Hi, welcome back to Zydoxa. I upload a couple of times a week, so do me a favour and subscribe so you don't miss any. Before I start, I must warn that this video contains information that some people may find distressing. Today I'm covering the news story that's hitting the press this week about the Game of Thrones visual effects editor who was torn apart by a lion while on safari in South Africa. Catherine Chappell was a 29-year-old visual effects editor from Westchester County in New York. She was part of the award-winning episode The Children in the 4th season of Game of Thrones. She also worked on films such as Captain America, Divergent and Godzilla. Now, I'm not sure why this story is hitting the press this week as it happened in 2015, but it is shocking nonetheless. So in 2015, Catherine went on a trip of a lifetime to South Africa where she was to work on the conservation of wildlife and was raising funds for the conservation charity Wildlife Act. Whilst in South Africa, Catherine had the opportunity to visit a safari drive park near Johannesburg, which, as a lion lover, she jumped at the chance to see these animals up close. So, on the 1st of June 2015, Catherine set off in the wildlife park's vehicle. She was taking lots of photos of many of the animals there, and at one point they stopped to view a lioness resting on the ground near the vehicle. Catherine couldn't waste the opportunity to take a selfie-style photo with the lion in the background. So, breaking park rules, she opened the vehicle window, turned her back to the lion and attempted to take a photo. And it's at this moment, and with lightning speed and no warning whatsoever, the lioness rose up onto its back legs and lunged through the open window, grabbing Catherine. Showing incredible bravery, the tour guide, Pierre Potgieter, leapt into action. He dove into the passenger seat and proceeded to punch the lioness in an attempt to save Catherine. The lioness then backed off. Eyewitnesses recall seeing her retreating from the vehicle with blood dripping from her mouth and paws. However, the attack wasn't over. The lion then launched a second devastating attack, and the tour guide yet again tried in vain to save Catherine. This time, the attack was worse than the first. The eyewitnesses recall how the lion had half of Catherine's shoulder in its mouth, her face was torn apart and the right side of her chest was gone, and that nothing could have been done to save her. Staff rushed over from other areas to scare the lion away, but it was too late. Catherine died while ambulance crews were attempting to save her. Meanwhile, the tour guide, Pierre, who selflessly put his own safety at risk to protect her, suffered a heart attack. Luckily, he survived and has described these events as the worst experience of his life. An investigation was launched immediately and found that the park was not at fault. There is extensive signage everywhere warning people to keep their windows closed. There's a short training session before the safari drive begins where people are told to keep windows closed in the lion enclosure. And people are handed a piece of paper with all the rules, which, again, includes warnings of keeping the windows closed. Wild lions, they fear humans and vehicles, and that's why wild safaris can be done safely in open-top vehicles. However, in safari parks, lions lose their natural fear of humans, which is why you can get very close to them in the vehicles. And this also is why adhering to the rules is extremely important, which includes keeping windows closed. Catherine's family described her as a brilliant, kind, adventurous, and high-spirited woman. She was very much loved and shared her love for life with those she met. My thoughts and prayers go out to her family. 29 years old. It's such a young and tragic age to die. And I hope they've found some peace and been able to take some comfort from the fact that Catherine died doing something she loved. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts on this. It's always great hearing from you. Had you heard about this incident at the time? Please consider supporting the channel by liking and subscribing. It'll be very much appreciated. And thank you to those of you who have already subscribed. Thank you for watching. And I'm sorry if you can hear dogs barking in the background. There is a doggy daycare behind my home. Thank you for watching again, and I hope you join me in the next video. Bye for now.